Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls and friends beyond the binary, we're here, we're queer, we're full of fear, and we are, that's because I have an anxiety disorder, I missed that bit, and we are going to watch and cast, we won't just watch, a Div C East, Weast, every time, my brain, Div C East game between Start Slow and Taper Off against Protectors of Aiur. Let's hop over to the map, let's get right into it, let's go. Uh-oh, HBO Max sounds. Alright. Okay, so. Start Slow, Taper Off have banned out Gardener Terra and Brax's Holdout. Protectors of Aiur banning out Dragonshire and Battlefield of Eternity. I was like, what is that thumbnail? And because Protectors of Aiur, I think, won the coin toss. I say I think. This happened 2 minutes ago. I was there for it, but my brain is like a sieve. So Start Slow and then Taper Off took us to Volskaya Foundry. The map that I always ask, is bot lane solo lane? The answer is yes. In case you're wondering. So a lobby has been made. I will pop in here. Cast is ready. I mean, caster ready. I'm not two people. That would be terrifying. Chomp. I gotta do a chomp. And we'll see if anything breaks. That's what we'll do. We'll see if I forgot to click any buttons or move anything around or check a box. And if I remember the hotkeys. And hello, CP. Don't even worry about it. When people pop into chat, I always just assume that they say hello, even if they don't. Which, you know. Oh, this time I am prepared. I got some fisherman's friends. Hold on. I'll show you. I was threatening this for the longest time because I lost my voice when I did 2 replay casts back to back. And I was like, I need to get some fisherman's friends. Everyone in the lobby are like, well, what's fisherman's friends? I'm like, it's a throat lozenge the old men have. So now I have completed my ascension. Hey, we have Start Slow Taper Off fan already. Let's go. So that's my nice little update. So we're just waiting for both teams to say they're ready. And then we'll get into it. But other than that, I hope everybody is having, or well, I suppose it's the absolute tail end of the weekend. I hope everybody's weekend has treated them well. Mine has been, aside from actually today, where the clocks went forward. And so today I am confused, more than normal. Oh, yay. Okay, so Start Slow Taper Off there, ready. And Protectors of Aiur are ready as well, so we're gonna get into this game soon! For those just joining us, this is Start Slow and Taper Off against Protectors of Aiur, NGS Div C East, not Weast, despite my brain wanting to make it Weast desperately. And this is game 1 of a best of 3 series. Let's see whether we end up going to the full 3 or if it's a 2-0. Let's get into it. And just a friendly reminder, I am on a 30-second delay, as per caster bylaws for casting NGS. I just noticed that somebody is called Tracer on Protectors of Aiur. I hope they don't go Tracer. Well, actually, no, that would make it easy. Never mind. I take that back. First time casting both of these teams, actually. I swear I've seen Real Big Deal in Storm League. In my Storm League, and Xenochrist in my Storm League, adventures. So maybe secretly somewhere in the back of my brain I do know what they play, but Sylvanas. Perfect ban on both Sky Foundry. If you don't know, Merc Queen does disgusting things with turrets. So that's typically why you see a banned or picked up first. They make, she makes turrets very big. Very big. Not just very big, arbitrarily very big. They do more damage. Brightwing being banned out by Protectors of Aiur. Just a strong healer all around, really. When I'm in Storm League, at least, I ban her. She can do a lot of things. A lot of utility for her team, but then also just can absolutely destroy what you're trying to do if you're playing into the Brightwing. I forgot to refill my water. That's the thing I forgot to do. Hey, look at that! Start slow and taper off. I'm just making sure I've got people on the right sides here. Yes, no, I do. Start slow and taper off, actually banning the Tracer. So I assume that Tracer on Protectors of Aiur, that is not just a cool name. They are known for their Tracer. Protectors of Aiur following up with an Orphea ban, which I presume is a target ban. Orphea just generally on this map would be upsetting. Like if you're trying to get in onto the point and just throwing all the stuff up. Of course, the ban phase, the first ban phase is being through, and Johanna makes it through, so Xenochrist picking that up on start slow and taper off. Rhaegar, in terms of healers, Rhaegar's still up, Sukhov's still up, Anduin is still up. It's usually those there's handy Andy. Being locked in by Sergeant Scoops, followed up with Orion locking in Tassadar. Tassadar I can see being really good on this map just with the walls, and if you're fighting into the point and there's only so many exits because there's already walls there as part of the map, and then Tassadar puts a wall down, that makes it a lot harder to reposition. Hello Bimpy, welcome. 0-day attack picking up Blaze, love that skin. And then Arlu picking up a Lieutenant Morales. Hello. So we should probably see a basic attacker, right? Up next, and maybe Protectors of Aiur will want to ban out a solid basic attacker. There's just a lot of them. I mean, Valor is still up somehow. And with Johanna being on start slow and taper off side, if they were to pick Valor, at least they wouldn't have the Johanna to deal with. Having said that, you know, May on this map. There's the Valor ban. So maybe we'll see something like a Zul'jin. There's still many basic attack options here. Let's see. It's not too clear, I mean, at least to me, from where I'm sitting, what Protectors of Aiur are going for. So they're doing a good job, I think, at not showing their hand too much. I mean, Anduin, I suppose, you assume Light Bomb. Hey, Zeratul being banned out by start slow, then taper off. Assume that's a target ban. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the basic attack hero is going to be for start slow and taper off. I wouldn't mind a Zul'jin, especially not having to play into a Brightwing sort of thing. But, I mean, we see actually ED pick up, ETC, Tracer pick up, Lunara. Morales being single target heal can manage Lunara's damage on one target. Maybe not all of them. And I'm not sure if Protectors of Aiur are into this. I wonder if is it main tank ETC? Oh my gosh, we're gonna actually the basic attack hero here that's gonna get the stim, unless they go Mumvan, but it's got to be the stim. Will actually be Fenrir on Cassia, and then real big deal, locking in Nazeebo. Hey, I kind of floated May around earlier on in my babbling on this draft, and Ik Plick Tech I was worried about how to say that. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Rounds out the draft by picking up May. So, if you are just joining us, this is a Div C East game. Start slow, then taper off against Protectors of Aiur. Game 1 of a best of 3 series, and we are going to Vorskaya Foundry. I maybe shouldn't go on this screen while we're loading in, but at least you get to check out both teams again, you know, and you get to see what 5 is versus what 5 and let it soak in. Hey up.
Commence combat preparations.
Okay, on the left side, on the blue team, on Start Slow and Taper Off, we have 0 Day Attack on Blaze, Fenrir on Cassia, Arlu on Lieutenant Morales, Xenochrist on Johanna, Real Big Deal on Zebo. On the right side, on the red team, on Protectors of Aiur, we have Sergeant Scoops on Anduin, and I'm so proud of you. You've done the Anduin bug. We have Tracer on Lunara. That's not going to be confusing. Ide on ETC, Orion on Tassadar, and Ikpliktek on May. It's actually, I was going to say, I like the tanks down here just kind of saying hi. It's actually a bruiser in the tank. The D from Johanna coming out pretty early there. 0 Day Attack getting some chip damage. Taking some chip damage. And guess what? It is an off-lane ETC, and I didn't clock that because I was too worried. Oh my god, Xenochrist on Johanna getting low there. Tracer pumping in some Lunara damage, but Xenochrist gets healed up by Lieutenant Morales, no problem. And yes, it is an off-lane ETC. Love to see it. Love to see it. Good to see you, Protectors of Aiur fan. Pants, you're a fellow Pants. Welcome. Both teams doing what you usually do, or at least what I've been told to do on this map, which is just kind of mid-top rotation, solo lane and spot lane, even though I forget every time. Protectors of Aiur, we got Anduin and Tassadar picking up their fortification camp, otherwise known as a turret, and Start Slow and Taper Off, not quite there yet on their turret bot. And actually Blaze is doing some work down here into Ide. Ide having to back to get healthy. And Arlu and Fenrir, Cassia and Morales picking up the turret on their side as well. So, 1 turret apiece. Lunara obviously giving vision with that wisp down there is very nice. That means that May can do other things. Xenochrist is like, get out of here. That wisp? No, not having it. Not having it. Protectors of Aiur very much on their camps. Sergeant Scoops and Orion doing their job and picking up the siege camp, which will go down top lane if memory serves, which is good because that's not near the objective. Yeah, Xenochrist on Johanna has been just honestly playing. I was in a string of Storm League games the other day and just playing into Lunara for like 4 games in a row. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Xenochrist getting low, and I'm not sure if the Iron Skin is down. It probably is. Johanna tapping early there to try and get healthy to come in, but Orion just poking with the Q. Now what you'll see is maybe both teams looking to get level, well, definitely start slow and taper off, looking to get level 7 so they can actually kind of push in onto this objective. Unfortunately, the XP lead that Protectors of Aiur have, they've been able to channel 50% of the objective and then get a good chunk of mid through minions right there. So they're in a really good position. Both teams locking in level 7. And we should see a wee bit of a fight. Root coming out, hitting Johanna, but Johanna no problem. Lunara did follow up there with some nice poison damage down here. We got Cassie going in there on E-Day. A big stun out from Zero onto Iclitek, but then E-Day backing up and stunning in return. Big pull there from Sergeant Scoops. Gets ETC out, no problem. Protectors of Aiur tapping to get healthy. Maybe trying to use the space while Zero Day attack is tapping to make something happen. Iclitek getting low down here, but does root 3 members of Start Slow and Taper Off. Real big deal getting rooted, but nobody falls quite yet. That is some serious Nazebo poison damage there in onto Protectors of Aiur. So while the objective was channeled 50% by Protectors of Aiur to start off with, Start Slow and Taper Off getting this first objective of the game. His first Protector.
Has taken control of our protection.
I'm curious about talents, so we will take a look. Electric Fence from Tassadar, classic. First Protector. I mean, the objective on this map isn't too strong, and thankfully there, like, Johanna gets out of the Protector in such a way where they can peel nicely for Fenrir, because that could have gone pear-shaped. While that was happening, we did have Nazebo actually keep Start Slow and Taper Off's minions up in the mid, but as I say that, the game proves to me that I'm making an unnecessary observation. Alright, at this point then, both teams picking up their turrets. Protectors of Aiur, as has been their trend actually throughout this game so far, picking up their turret just a little bit earlier. Both teams picking up the level 10, and we see, on Start Slow and Taper Off, we see Bunker for Blaze. We got Gargantuan for Nazebo. Cassia and Johanna right now are just holding picks. It is a mum van. It is not a stim. That is a big mum van coming out from Lieutenant Morales. And on the side of Protectors of Aiur, Tracer on Lunara, they're just chipping away at health bars. We've got Ice Wall from May, Black Hole from Tassadar, Light Bomb on Anduin, Sergeant Scoops on Anduin, and then... oh, hello! Zero Day attack there, getting a really good stun, but Sergeant Scoops with the pull. Speaking of pull, Cassia getting the pull there, but that pulls out the Ice Wall from Iclitek. Unfortunately, their Tassadar getting caught out does get stunned into a Xenochrist Falling Sword, followed up by an EDC 3 or 4 person mosh there, but it doesn't convert to any kills. Instead, Zero Day attack using what little mana they have left to support Fenrir in securing the kill on May. That is a 2-0 trade in favor of Start Slow and Taper Off. I do realize I missed calling out Johanna's level 10, so Xenochrist and Johanna actually going for Falling Sword rather than Blessed Shield. And to finish off ults on Protectors of Aiur, we have... I never see Lunara. It's Leaping Strike, sorry. Not Thorn of Vines, I think is the other one. Being picked up by Lunara, and Mosh being picked up by ETC. And we saw that actually being used in that last fight.
An access terminal will be online.
We saw a lot of them being used in the last fight, to be fair, but... Start Slow and Taper Off, Arlu and Fenrir picking up this siege camp. It's a good job that this camp doesn't drop anything, because neither of them will be able to pick it up. They'll get that, no problem. Bot lane is looking a bit hairy for Start Slow and Taper Off, but Zero Day attack on Blaze should clear that up, especially with Adrenaline Stim back at 1.
Secure it to activate
And
the
yeah, Nazebo is actually at 136 stacks. Rapidly going up as I'm talking. 4 members of Protectors of Aya actually looking to secure this turret. Unfortunately, Sergeant Scoop can't pick it up though. Yeah, so Orion there swinging in. Zero Day Attack is in a really good spot there. I was actually worried for them because it was going to be a 4v1, but then Xenochrist coming down from mid helped that out. This is a 3v4, I think, in favor of Protectors of Aya, and they are just trying to go for it. They're trying to push Stotzler and Taper off of this point, and thankfully Lieutenant Morales is having to put all of the heals there onto Cassia, which means that never mind, actually. I thought that May was trying to make something happen there, but instead Zero Day Attack does take the May down. Fenrir getting low now, and Cassia just fend back in. Unfortunately, that will be their last act as Tassadar goes down. Zero Day Attack getting low, but Mama Morales will allow them to live another day. All the while, this turret camp fight was happening down here. Start slowing Taper off.
blue team.
Good old
has taken
Nazebo there
control
does
of a
channel
protector.
the full 100% of the objective and picks up the Protector. In there we do have Nazebo and Morales, so that's Alu on the Morales. Ooh, sorry, repositioning. And they're taking this through mid. Both teams on even talent here.
Blue team has destroyed.
Start slowing Taper off, securing the second structure of the game. Forgive me, I missed calling out the first one. Xenochrist here, rotating aggressively, and will bear the brunt of all 5 members of Protectors of Aya. Does get rooted, or rather dodges the root, and then forces the ult out there. Falling Sword, Johanna to get out. There are, again, Protectors of Aya looking to try and pick something up here and punish the Zero Day Attack's positioning, but the bunker and the charge away is no problem. Zero Day Attack down here in onto this May. Johanna looking to do something. Walking behind, but there's no damage follow-up here. Of course, both damage being in the Protector is a bit precarious. Sergeant Scoop's running in with the light bomb there. The Mosh getting interrupted. Tracer doing some big old damage, forces out the Mum Van just to live. Black Hole from Orion swinging in onto the Mum Van, but only Xenochrist gets caught. That is the tiniest little hop you ever did see, but it keeps 2 members of Start Slow and Taper off alive, so it was worth every penny. Ooh, this is looking spicy. This is actually a pre-16 fight, though. The Tassadar wall there will dissuade Start Slow and Taper off, but not for very long. Having said that, Protectors of Aya do pick up the turret. Xenochrist going hard there, Falling Sword onto the point. Valkyrie does pull in Orion on Tassadar, but Tassadar still lives, just goes down to Nazebo. Real big deal, making a real big deal pickle of that. Not really, they did really well. There was no pickle about that. Mum Van being used to take Start Slow and Taper off. 3 members of Start Slow and Taper off onto the support camp. They will get that no problem. Now, will Zero Day Attack on Blaze? No, they will not. I thought they might be a little bit aggressive there for too long and overstay their welcome, because that was all 4 living members of Protectors of Aya hanging out down bot as well. So right now, in terms of the map advantage, Start Slow and Taper off you still have for every single one of their structures. Protectors of Aya only have this fort left here, and the rest of their forts have been taken down. And it's another fight over a camp, actually. So we're looking at this siege camp over here. Both teams level 16 actually Start Slow and Taper off, deciding otherwise. And everybody apart from Real Big Deal. No! Was there no seat free for Real Big Deal? They port over down to bot lane to actually finish off this fort.
Blue
angry rotation coming in here from Protectors of Aiur, looking for something. Zero-day attack, repositioning and stunning two people. To boot, dodges the route with the bunker. Eclectic trying to make something happen with an ice wall out back, getting Fenrir stuck in an awkward spot. E-Day pops out Mosh, but it gets interrupted as quick as it was casted. Valkyrie coming in onto May, but Anduin's like, no. Sergeant Scoop's like, get away from my May. Really good pull there. Denying kills left, right, and center. Tracer on Lenara is getting incredibly low, and Xenochrist is looking to secure the kill and does so. Real big deal stepping up. This is a tank Nazebo right here. Gargantuan out, looking to secure the kill on Orion, but a big black hole saves the day. Blaze was trying to, zero-day attack was trying to do a big flank there, but ETC like just staving that one off with a nice power slide. That was a 1-for-0 trade, I think, in favor of Sword Slow and Taper Off. And with the space they created, they're going to pick up Protectors of Aiur's turret camp. So they are well armed and ready for this objective. I'm going to make a note to be like, about the mom van. Question mark. I just want to hear the rationale behind that. Not like it's a bad choice or anything. I'm genuinely curious. So Nazebo on the side of so real big deal, picking up that top camp for Start Slow and Taper Off, and Protectors of Aiur also matching that as well. Big fight over here. I apologize. I was looking at the top of the map. Unfortunately, on the rotation, real big deal does get picked. That is a light bomb onto May that hits Cassia, but Cassia does get cleansed out of that, no problem. Yeah, Naz is now on 188. The mum van taking the whole family up to top lane. Deciding to give the objective because, of course, losing a member, it will be a 5v4, and they mom van it up to top. Looking to get some damage, some work done here on the cannon towers and the gate in top lane. This is more valuable structure trade compared to what Protectors of Aiur get. But, having said that, this is big for Protectors of Aiur because it means that they equalize pressure in this bot lane. So both teams getting catapults in this bot lane. Tracer low there on 300 HP. It looks like Protectors of Aiur are trying to take a little bit more, hoping to get a little bit more from this exchange. Real big deal showing up with all that poison, though. Tracer is going to have to be careful because the healer is not here. Both teams approaching level 20 incredibly quickly, but Start Slow and Taper Off are grabbing it faster. The mum van looks like, after securing that keep, zip it on down to bot lane. But this Protector going over to Protectors of Aiur, we have Anduin and Lenara in there. Lenara getting out of the Protector and then immediately getting blown up. That was a big pick there for Start Slow and Taper Off. May, in an unfortunate spot, does pop her trait there. Eclectic looking to back up, trying to get out, but Blaze is an absolute nuisance here. Zero-day attack is just sticking to him like glue. Eclectic going down there to zero-day attack. And unfortunately, Anduin, what with level 20 coming online for Start Slow and Taper Off, Anduin in the Protectors of Aiur, they are not going to get much out of this objective. Yeah, without that level 20, there's not a whole lot that they can do here. Protectors of Aiur. 2 members of their team dead as well. All 3 lanes being pushed in. This is a mom van to the other side. Every member escaping the mom van getting protected because of their level 20 upgrade. That is a big black hole onto every single member of Start Slow and Taper Off, but it didn't convert into a kill. Instead, Fenrir gets the Valkyrie pull onto Tassadar, making for a 1-for-0 trade on the side of Start Slow and Taper Off, and they secure that keep down here in bot lane. Zero-day attack there, having to charge back in to stun to try and peel for themselves because they're actually getting low on health there and do drop the bunker while Johanna can come over and join them and help.
Score is under attack.
Very lovely micro, good micro there. Great to see that. Both teams down level 20. Unfortunately, Protectors of Aiur are lacking a Protoss. 22 seconds until Tastador is back up. Yeah, that was a huge clutch ult there by Johanna. And yeah, welcome Ignacy, I'm not sure. Yeah, wrong button probably, yeah. That is... all 5 members of Start Slow and Taper Off mum-vanning it up to the siege camp. Everybody getting protected. Not needing it though. Iclic Tech is on the point there, just pop straight early. That is a big black hole into 3 members of Start Slow and Taper Off, and another clutch ult there coming out from Johanna. But Blaze 0-day attack does fall to the Tastador. That was a Valkyrie out onto Tastador, but Tastador kind of got stuck on a wall, I think. Big Mosh coming out here as well. And it looks like this camp will go over to Protectors of Aiur. That's a 3-for-1 trade for Protectors of Aiur. And a tiny, tiny hop for Lieutenant Varolus on 200 HP and protected, by the way, but it is not enough. Unfortunately, Tracer securing the kill, and that is actually a 4-for-1 trade in favor of Protectors of Aiur. A real big deal now, though. Looking at a position, I think somebody on Protectors of Aiur must have seen Nazebo's position in here. I did not, though I should. And that will make for a staggered death and a team kill for Protectors of Aiur. What will they do with the space that they've created? It looks like they are going to go and pick up the support camp in mid. Wow, Ide does some off-laney stuff, pushes up this camp in top lane, getting some structure there on the gate and the cannon towers. Zero-day attack is back up and swiftly followed. We're going to see Johanna and Cassia as well. Control point unlocked in 10 seconds. I think I might have liked to have seen, just with the whole team being down. I'm not sure if death time has allowed it, but I would have liked to have seen Protectors of Aiur do more structure damage and just kind of give up that healing camp there in the middle. I'm not sure whether that would have been the right play, but that's what my gut's telling me. Let's see, both teams gearing up for this. Orion on Tastador actually picked up that turret camp. And it looks like the Mom van taking everybody protected, by the way. And securing that keep and getting even more catapults coming down mid lane. Unfortunately, Protectors of Aiur backing up there means that they have to kind of hoof it all the way back over to the point. That's very well played, honestly. This Mom van is like... this Mom van might be MVP. Another Mom van? What is the cooldown on Mom van? Oh my god. All 5 members of Start Slow and Taper Off are just like, hey, you know what? You can have a protector, but we don't really care. We're just going to take core. Big black hole coming out from an Orion here. This is a little bit split of a team fight. Orion now actually getting incredibly low. Face to face with Fenrir. Valkyrie pulls Orion back. That is an Orion down. There's a Sergeant Scoops and Anduin down. 2-0 trade so far in favor of Start Slow and Taper Off, and it looks like big mosh coming out from Ide and the core face palming Fenrir and 0-day attack, but it is not enough. The core will fall, and that is GG. Well played to both teams. First game going over to Start Slow and Taper Off. My lord, the Mom van. Oops. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What a lesson on how to play Morales in coordinated play. My lord. The kills on both sides very close. Look, only 11-7. ETC 0 for 0. Very calm solo lane situation there. 124,000 healing coming out from Momo Morales on top of the Mom ban. Let's take a look at talent, shall we? Do we see anything unusual? I mean, Mom ban. So what you were seeing at the end there, after exiting the medevac, allies are protected from all damage for 3 seconds. It's called Safe Zone. And then it reduces, passively reduces the cooldown of medevac dropship abilities by 15 seconds. Holy. So the medevac dropship cooldown is 45 seconds. So am I understanding right then that it just drops it down to 30 seconds? Yeah. Wow. And Protected Fire just didn't have any threat. They did some really, really good plays, to be fair. Like the deaths being as close as they were, like 11-7. Okay, it looks like we have a lobby up. I need to update my thingamabob. And it looks like we are going to... Infernal Shrines. So, Star Slam and Taper Off are taking us through Infernal Shrines for Game 2 of this best of 3 series against Protectors of Aiur. And if you're just joining us, just a reminder about maps that were banned. Start Slow and Taper Off have banned out Garden of Terror, and then Brax's Holdout and Protectors of Aiur banned out Dragonshire, that I always want to call Dragon Knight, and Battlefield of Eternity. Game 1 was Volskaya Foundry. It was very exciting. Best use of medevac that I have seen in a very long while. And that's not just because I rarely see Morales. Not at all. We are just waiting for one member, I believe, of Protectors of Aiur to get on in here. And then we'll be good to go. There we go. That makes for a good, big, full old lobby. Caster ready. Chomp. Love heart. There we go. My favourite emotes in Heroes of the Storm are the chomp ones. Random psycho lore. After casting this game, I will be... Well, I have to stop stream to get rid of the 30-second delay and then start it again. But, hoping to play some Heroes of the Storm League. I have fought tooth and nail and have made it back to Silver 2. It's been rough out there. I don't know how everybody else's Storm League games have been going. One team is very ready. The next team, thinking about it. And then we'll get in here onto Limebus's favourite map to cast. So much so that he has a counter that he increases every time he casts Infernal Shrines. I wonder what happens. I don't know if it has to like hit a certain amount, like it has to hit a certain number, and then Lime will like shave his beard off or something. I don't know. Also, the player levels in this lobby are just wild. I love it. Protectors of Aiur, the lowest player level is 1,465. I love everything about that. Things, good things, fun things that we can see on Infernal Shrines. I mean, Hogger, the prio on Hogger goes up tenfold. Because, of course, around the shrines, like around the point, there are nice bounce paths, nice easy bounce paths. I say easy. I couldn't do it if you paid me. It looks like both teams are already here now as well. Anything that does AoE, I mean, Stukov onto this can be good. Because it forces the enemy team who you're playing into on points. It's such a good zone. Such good kind of like... Yeah, really good zoning tool. Does some damage to the monkeys, of course, but it's more so the zoning makes it awkward for the team. Anyway, game 2 of the best of 3 series. Let's get into it. And hi, Sly. Welcome. Let's see if bans will change at all. That is the same, I believe. Protectors via using their first ban slot to ban right wing. And Sylvanas is the same as well. So Sylvanas being banned out by Protectors of Ire. I might have had the map pick, first pick thing mucked up for the first game. Because I'm sure Stone Taper Off had first ban. I might have gotten confused. Anyway, Orphea being banned out by Protectors of Ire. So bans are remaining steady. Steady Freddy. I wonder if Protectors of Ire do have a Hogger player, because it might not warrant a ban if they don't have a Hogger player. Oh no, I think I got it mixed up here. I think actually Protectors of Ire are taking us to Infernal Shrines. No. No, because they have first pick. I'm just confused.
The crusade calls.
Alright, so this time, Tracer being banned out. That's the same exact ban phase as we had in game 1. Ikplik instead of May, is picking up the Johanna this time around. So, not Zero. Day attack. There we go. There's the Hogger we were talking about. And the Stukov as well, mentioned while we were waiting for teams to be ready. So, 0-day attack picking up the Hogger instead of Blaze this time. Very good core. And then Arlu picking up Stukov instead of the incredible Momvan, Lieutenant Morales. Again, another really good, I mean, arguably best in slot healer for this map. Sergeant Scoop sticking it out on the Anduin, and E-Day swapping from ETC to off-lane to Hacker. Last bans coming out for both teams here. Let's see. Final ban. Still sticking out. It's going to be Zeratul. So, starts then taper off bans. Carbon copies of game 1. Ooh, CP has ice cream. And this time, slightly different ban, and it makes sense. Varian being banned out by Protectors of Ire. The last thing you want to see is Varian being picked up with Stukov. Having said that, somehow Valor gets through. You can't ban everything, I guess. Real big deal picking up Valor. And Xenochrist picking up the Bug, Anubarak. I'm making notes. Hopefully you can't hear me just click-clacking. Tracer is on Fausted rather than Lunara this time, and we are going to see some Greymane gameplay. Orion on Greymane instead of Tassadar. Speaking of which, Fenrir looking in the Tassadar there. So what we're looking at in terms of drafts, what do I like more on paper? Probably start slow and taper off. They just have some really good presence on the shrines. Hogger with the bounce, and Tassadar with the insane clear. Vala with W, Stukov with the E. But let's get into it, okay? We're going on my face instead of the Infernal Shrine's loading screen. And this is very exciting. So far, yeah, from draft alone, I would say I like start slow and taper off. But let's see what Protectors of Aiur have got. I would like to see a game 3. Let's go!
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
On the left side on the blue team, on start slow and then taper off. You got Xenochrist on a Nubarak, 0-day attack on Hogger, real big deal on Vala, Fenrir, never mind, Tassadar on Fenrir on Tassadar. Arlu on Stukov. On the right side, on the red team, on Protectors of Aiur, you have Sergeant Scoops once again playing the Anduin. We have Tracer on the Falstad, Ikpliktek on Johanna, E-Day on Dahaka, and Orion on Greymane. And Vala is going W build. Oh, unfortunately, that was an early pick there, empowered by the Hackathon. 2-for-0 trade here, actually, in favor of Protectors of Aiur, coming out strong. Drag there onto Tassadar. Greymane finishing Tassadar off, and then Falstad getting the pick there onto Hogger. So if you're not familiar with this map, usually the standard strat here... Oh, I like this. Ikpliktek looking really aggressively on the rotation there and do secure a kill on Vala. Unfortunately, Vala is not auto-attack build, so that doesn't mean Gambit stacks gone, but incredibly good. Very strong showing so far in the opening minute of the game here from Protectors of Aiur. Fenrir stepping up a little bit too far as well. Is going to pay the price. That's 4 kills already. We're only a minute and 20 seconds into the game. Protectors of Aiur are coming out swinging. With the space they've created, Protectors of Aiur are going to pick up this neutral camp. Protectors of Aiur picking up level 4. They've got about a whole level lead actually on start slow and taper off. Right now, Xenochrist is maybe looking for something there. Borrow and then change their mind. Arlu starting up this siege camp for start slow and taper off. And let's see who could do it quicker. I think actually Protectors of Aiur started their camp a little bit slower, so that's not a fair comparison. Yeah, start slow, then taper off, inting for free Valor stacks. It's all part of the starting slow. Yeah. It is! It's all part of the game plan. Xenochrist double stun here onto Greymane, but Sergeant Scoops is on those poles. E-Day chucking out a drag, but unfortunately missing the wall. Tracer got caught by it, but Tracer has barrel roll. So expertly barrel rolls through it to avoid any follow-up CC. While this has been happening, 0-day attack on Hogger, dutifully getting start slow and taper off's bruiser camp over there, and Protectors of Aiur starting theirs a little bit slower. Sergeant Scoops on Anduin and Orion on Greymane. Obviously Greymane is one of the few heroes that can technically solo a camp starting level 1. So they will be a little bit, Protectors of Aiur will be a little bit delayed coming to this first objective here. It looks like 0-day attack. It looks like actually start slow and taper off see this, and they get a stun in here onto Falstad, followed up by that silence from Stukov, and Vala also finishing off the Johanna. 2-for-0 trade in favor of start slow and taper off. Protectors of Aiur, unfortunately, 2 members down, but they do have level 7s. They won't have it for too long. I don't know if they'll be able to make too much of this advantage. And welcome the Greek firing. Absolutely, thanks. Eclipse. Here is this Hogger bounce that I was talking about at the top of the game. You can just infinitely bounce around here and just mind your own business. You can walk away from the keyboard I wouldn't know because I'm not that good. First objective of the game, John Cena, Frozen Punisher. That is a great one to get. E-Day here. Not sure what they're just in this bush. Look, sneaky the hacker. The jump happening, I think it did connect with Ictic, but unfortunately they're not able to pull it to a safe position to burn safely. Having said that, it does go down, which means that Start Slow and Taper Off do get almost 2 cannon towers and a gate out of that first objective. Oh, hello. Ictic sees you. Start Slow and Taper Off, looking for an aggressive rotation by bush ganking there, but Ictic actually scouting that out with a good shield glare. Start Slow and Taper Off, trying to get the siege camp, this neutral siege camp down here. They don't have any advantage, actually, to speak of, but that's a really big double stun from Anubarak and 3 members of Protectors of Aiur. Xenochrist desperately trying to get somebody down, but unfortunately Xenochrist's team is struggling on the point. E-Day had teleported in. Tracer getting incredibly low there. The barrel roll saves them from a puddle death. Ictic was facing a Tassadar wall, but Sergeant Scoops again on the pulls from Anduin, pulling them to safety, no problem. Both teams rapidly approaching level 10 here. Unfortunately, though, for Protectors of Aiur, they do have this camp to clean up. So I reckon, yeah, their siege camp will go over to Start Slow and Taper Off. Real big deal, backing up to get some of that blue stuff. And now Start Slow and Taper Off siege camp going over to them shortly here as well. Both teams down on level 10. So let's see who picks what. We have Cocoon out from Anubarak. We have Flailing Swipe out from Stukov. Black Hole from Tassadar. Valor's thinking about it, picking up Rain of Vengeance. This is an aggressive rotation from Protectors of Aiur into Xenochrist. Turns into a 1-for-0 trade, actually. That was a really big gust coming out from Tracer there. But Anubarak, Xenochrist wants some more, trying to take Orion down on Greymane. Oh my god, Johanna was down to 300 HP, but then with one multi-shot from Valor, goes down to 0 HP. 2-for-0 trade on the side of Start Slow and Taper Off. In terms of ults being picked up on the left side of your screen, we've got Hortapult being picked up by, oh hello, double stun almost onto Tracer. Tracer then barrel rolling away. I heard a cursed bullet pop out there, not sure if it connected. Yeah, so Hortapult from Hogger, Rain of Vengeance from Valor, Black Hole from Tassadar, Cocoon from Anubarak, and Flailing Swipe from Stukov. On the side of Protectors of Aiur, we actually have Blessed Shield this time. Remember, we saw Falling Sword in the last game. Then we have Isolation from the Hacker, Light Bomb from Anduin, Cursed Bullet from Greymane, and a big old Gusty Gust from Falstan. The advantage that Protectors of Aiur do have here is they do have 2 globals, so you can see them taking advantage of that actually with Falstad in mid and Dahaka in bot right now. They both cleaned up an extra lane before Falstad flying up here and Dahaka thinking about it. Probably going to get another wave potentially, but probably has Z available, or they're waiting for their cooldown just quickly to pop back up here. Ictic looking to go in, but the hacker is still mid, so it's actually a 5v4, and that's a big silence into a Black Hole coming out from Greymane, and unfortunately Sergeant Scoops can't save the day with the drag there. Big gust into the Light Bomb, trying to get some members of Start Slow and Taper Off down, but unfortunately the hacker arrives a little bit too late, and that's a 4-for-0 trade on the side of Start Slow and Taper Off. E-Day even looking to finish. Oh my god, E-Day, that was magnificent there. Drag coming out onto Stukov into an isolation that I'm not sure who that actually connected with, and then Stukov going down. So it ended up being a 4-for-1 trade there. And real big deal. Just pew-pewing. This top structure will go down no problem before the second objective of the game, the Arcane Punisher, going over to the side of Start Slow and Taper Off, marches down top lane.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Blue team has destroyed a fort, and that is our first structure of the game going down. And over to start slow and taper off. It does a jump. Iron Skin coming out from Ikpik Tech. Johanna to avoid the stun. So Protectors of Fire cleaning up the Arcane Punisher, no problem. And it looks like Start Slow and Taper Off are actually going to secure the third structure of the game, sorry. Actually, top and mid for Protectors of Fire is down. And now the third and final fort in bot lane is down as well. Xenochrist positioning aggressively here. Ikpik Tech actually only spotted Vision in one bush with Shield Glare. So don't think they knew Xenochrist was there unless their Burning Rage spotted them the second time when they walked past. That camp going over to 0-day attack on the side of Start Slow and Taper Off. Big slaps from Stukov. Maybe they were a little bit scared of the collapse. You miss 100% of the slaps you don't slap, you know? So Start Slow and Taper Off, their lanes are looking very good. They obviously have catapults now in every lane. Intermittent catapults in every lane. So they also have a camp going down mid as well. So they've got Prio, they've got space, and with that they get the neutral siege camp in bot lane. And then they go nice and easy to pick up their siege camp on their side of the map safely. E-Day on the Hacker did just pick up Protectors of Aiur's Bruiser camp in top lane, which will be meeting 0-day attack on Hogger shortly. That's 2 camps over to the side of Protectors of Aiur for, Start Slow and Taper Off for Protectors of Aiur's 1 in top lane. Level 16's online. Start Slow and Taper Off do have about a level of XP lead. So level 16s. Yeah, this is full W build Valor. Super Strain at 16. I love that. I love that. This is basically, I think. Anyway, there's a fight going on here. Orion getting double stunned, I think. But big pull again out from Sergeant Scoops on Anduin. And that was a gust as well to try and knock everybody on the side of Start Slow and Taper Off into structures. Ikpik Tech, big light bomb onto 3 members of Start Slow and Taper Off. Unfortunately, no damage follow-up, so does not convert into a kill. Big silence. Tracer having to walk over it and taking a little bit too much damage because of low blow. Another low blow on the gate, hitting literally every single member of Protectors of Aiur at one time or another. 3-for-0 trade in favor of Start Slow and Taper Off. The value of level 16s there used very, very well. And they will be looking to take this keep. I don't think they'll be able to core. They might be able to. They do have an Anubarak, and Anubarak has bugs that do wonderful things. But no, they do back up with the objective. There's a shrine popping up over here. A mortar shrine. They do back up and opt to get this. Level 16 talent here now online for Protectors of Aiur, and they are back to full strength with a lot of their big buttons back as well. While this is happening, 0-day attack is getting their Bruiser camp in top lane. Both teams are on talent tier advantage. Start Slow and Taper Off do have that advantage. Oh my god, real big deal. That was a really good ghost from Tracer to get the isolation there. And for Protectors of Aiur, big black hole coming out from Fenrir pushes Protectors of Aiur back, but it does not convert into a kill. E-Day chucking out a drag, but it does miss. Tracer on first, they're getting incredibly low in the back line. Desperate Prayer coming out from Sergeant Scoops. Big stuns onto Ikpik Tech, and the Mortal Punisher goes over to the side of Start Slow and Taper Off. E-Day has a drag onto Tassadar and is trying to bring it to his team to be like, hey, can we kill this? But unfortunately, not so this time. Mortal Punisher marching down bot lane. That was really good. 1-for-0 trade on the side of Protectors of Aiur. It was really good to see Protectors of Aiur know that Hogger was on top camp and use their globals there to see, to just take advantage of the prior that they had in bot lane. Oh, I'm not sure who stunned Ikpik Tech there actually. I was looking in the wrong direction. So both cannon towers and the gate being taken down by the Mortal Punisher, but not a lot else. Start Stone taper off, jump in over to steal Protectors of Aiur's siege camp. They are rapidly approaching level 20, and Protectors of Aiur need to try and make something happen here. Or they have to play it safe until they get to 20. They do have 2 globals on their side of things, but the globals are having to deal with clean orb. Xenochrist coming in, double stun out onto Ecliptic Tech, has to walk through a puddle, but Sergeant Scoops is not in that puddle, so pulls Johanna away to safety. Ide, I think, teleported down at some point into a really aggressive position, just get turned on, is down to 300 HP and will get finished off no problem. Ecliptic Tech can get in the stun out onto Stukov, but there is now a big gap in between them and their team, and that's 2 members of Protectors of Aiur down, 3 members of Protectors of Aiur down, followed by a 4th. Unfortunately, Iplictech trying to back in this bush may go down here as well, and I do believe that will be game. With that level 20 advantage, Start Stone taper off, marching up. Big Tech on Johanna has a lot to do to try and defend against 5 level 20s and 2 catapults there. Game number 2 of this best of 3 series going over to Start Slow and Taper Off, who were indeed starting slow but not tapering off. GG, well played. Alright, yeah, oh man, Johanna, Ecliptech on Johanna having a really tough time of it. But unfortunately, Greymane just not able to Greymane. Because when you're playing into a Nubarek with double stuns, Tassadar, I think Tassadar has a slow, anyway, Valor with W build, that definitely has a slow at one point. That's a lot, and that's without the Stukov puddle. That is without the Stukov puddle, which if you're a melee character, that puddle just ruins everything. So you actually see Start Slow and Taper Off with the 16 kills into Protectors of Aiur's 6, 4 of which Protectors of Aiur secured within the first minute and 30 of the game. Oh, Eclipse, thank you. You're making the pants party a thing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the pants party. Oh dear. Yeah, real big deal on Valor and on Nazebo, just really knocking it out of the park, both games. Oh yes, Electric Fence at 4 does have a slow. So yeah, fighting into that as a Greymane is incredibly problematic, and I thought his Q slowed as well. That's what I was thinking, just by default. Let's see what we got here. W build with Hot Pursuit and Temper by Discipline. Yes, okay. Curse Bullet, Light Bomb. Anything else we see that's unusual? That's pretty standard Joe build. This 7 giving movement speed. The other option at that point is another Q talent, but to reduce healing received, but into the enemy team's comp. Could have been something. Could have been something. Yeah, a Nubarak having killer stats 2 for O. On an Nubarak. Very good. I wonder if you... Did you go better Bobs? No. The Nubarak build, Legion of Beetles, movement speed on the W, more beetles, cocoon, burning beetles, epicenter, and then rewind. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Pants party, but what if you're wearing pajama bottoms? That's a really good question, actually. And also in the UK, a pants party would be a very different pants party compared to North America. So really, we've got so many cross wires. We've got so many cross wires. Oh dear. Deary me. Incredibly well played. I was looking actually at both teams' stats before I casted this match, before getting into this match. And start slow and taper off. I think they're on like a... what is their win thing? I think they're like just absolutely crushing it. Yeah, I think they've won every game this season. One of them was a forfeit. With a domination. So incredibly strong showing from start slow and taper off. You're curious to know what a British pants party is? Oh, thanks for the follow, Zero Dame. GG, well played. And thanks for the follow Ultimate Dad Joke. I want to know what the Ultimate Dad Joke is. The pants parade? Now we're changing it to a parade. Oh dear. Oh dear, that was a very fun. Honestly, the Lieutenant Morales mom van, I can't. That was just amazing. I can't. Arlu, teach me the ways. Let's see if anybody else is casting, because I am going to stream after this, but I have to stop stream to get rid of the 30-second delay and then start stream again. So I'll be doing that here shortly. Is anybody... Let me check the website. Is Peldor still going? I think their game started at the same time as mine did. Might be it. Calendar. I know how to use the internet. Maybe. Who knows? Thank you for your patronage. Need to clarify what is and isn't pants. Like, clearly jeans and sweatpants are pants, but what about pajama bottoms, cargo, hazmat suits? What are you doing in a hazmat suit? Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Let's see, where are we? 7 p.m, 8 p.m. Oh, okay, so Team Happy Cloud. Yeah, actually, our two casts... this Start Slow, then Taper Off against Protectors Via, and then Gambit Gaming Blur against the Bunker Crew at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Both of those are the last games for today that are being cast. So, I can't take us over to anywhere unless... How do Flat Earthers travel on a plane? Oh no, okay, that was worth it. That was worth it. That is the ultimate dad joke. I will try and spread the good word. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. It looks like it's kind of a quiet day. A little bit of a quiet day over on the Twitch, which makes sense. It's Sunday. I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend. And I hope you all have good weeks. I will be back after this, right after this, immediately after this. What's a flat earther's greatest fear? Sphere itself. Oh my god. No patronage. Oh no, I said patronage, not patron. Oh wow. Oh, the wrong way around. And then I'll also be back on Wednesday. For those that don't know me, I stream Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. I cast NGS. Welcome. I play as healer on ICC Crystal Gems. It's our very first season. And I, stream a lot of Heroes of the Storm. If I don't see you before, I will see you in the Nexus. This has been... Wait, I'll go to my face. Now we've just got dad jokes happening. What do you call an expensive bag for babies? Gucci, Gucci, goo. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Anyway, this has been Heroes of the Storm. I've been Psychophants, and you have been awesome. I'll be back right after this, so don't go anywhere if you would like to see some Heroes of the Storm Storm League mediocre play. Peace.